Welcome back for another grammar mini lesson. Today we're going to be talking about relative clauses. A relative clause is a clause that modifies a noun phrase. So let's see if we can find the relative clause in this sentence. So the first thing we're going to want to do when we are looking for a relative clause is find our noun phrase. Find our noun phrase. So first we have Fred knew the woman who Alan eventually married. Fred is a beginning of our noun phrase, and Fred knew the woman is the rest of our noun phrase. The rest of our noun phrase. Then we have this next little bit that says who Alan eventually married. Who Alan eventually married. So every relative clause is going to start with some form of pronoun or adverb, and we can see in this sentence that right after Fred knew the woman who Alan eventually married. This is a good indicator that this is our relative clause, modifying our noun phrase. Let's look at the next one together as well. So we have the man who invented pizza is no longer living. The man who invented pizza is no longer living. So first, we are going to want to find our noun phrase. We have the man. The man is a noun phrase. And it is our noun phrase. It's a very short phrase, but it is still our noun phrase. And remember what I said about our relative clauses starting with words like who, that, and things like that. We can see right here who invented pizza is no longer living, that this starts with who. So we have a good idea that this is our relative clause. Who invented pizza is no longer living. Now take some time to try these next couple on your own. All right, let's look at these answers together. First, we have that professor who Ed is taking a course with is really weird. That professor who Ed is taking a course with is really weird. First, we're going to find our noun phrase, which we have that professor being our noun phrase. And then we can know that after that is going to come our relative clause that's modifying it, and we can tell that this is where our relative clause starts because, any guesses? Because it starts with who. It's always a great indicator that this is a relative clause. All right, and now let's go ahead and check our next example. Bill went out with the girl who I gave his number to. Let's find our noun phrase. Bill went out. Bill went out with the girl. This is a longer noun phrase. And what indicates that we have a relative clause? A word like who I gave his phone number to. Who I gave his phone number to. How do we know this? Because of who. So, to review, relative clauses are clauses that modify noun phrases. They can be found following the noun phrase, and they start with words like who and that. Thank you all so much for your hard work today, and I look forward to seeing you in the next grammar mini lesson.